Welcome back to Holistic Moms. I'm your host, Shan Wright. There is something about being a high achiever, someone prone to perfectionism, a hard worker, someone anxious, where you want what you want and you want it yesterday. And the patience goes out the window. And if things don't move at the speed of light, our anxiety rises even more. So to work towards a wellness goal, that takes time, or to wait in a car line, or for the kids to put their shoes on. All of it takes practice, consistent effort with patience. I know you want things to change sometimes. Sometimes change gives us more anxiety, but when it's something that we want to happen and we want it done right and now, and you want your anxiety and your stress just to go away and to be done with it all, but it takes time. But I think if you put in consistent effort, it will happen. I have 4 steps to help you get unstuck, to stop avoiding where the anxiety is coming from, and to lean in to the change to make it happen. Are you ready? Let's go. Hey mama, are you stressed by the lack of time in the day to do all the things? Are you feeling disconnected from God, your husband, and even your kids because patience and presence seem out of reach? Do you want a healthier body, mind, spirit, and home, but overwhelmed in where to start? Hey, I'm Shan Wright, daughter of the king, wife, mom to 4, RN, wellness coach, and I know very well what it feels like to want to live well, but about to lose it with my very blessed full life. After realizing I can't pour from an empty cup, I tracked my way to whole body wellness and so much peace. If you are ready to cancel the stressed out life, learn tactical, intentional strategies as a mom wearing many hats, find more peace, confidence, and joy raising kingdom kids, then listen in. Come on, mama, together we got this. Really, God's got this. So go heat up that coffee again and turn your listening ears on. Let's chat. If you're anything like me, which I'm pretty sure you are, then you like a good challenge because you want to get it right. You want to do good. You want to be better. You want to be first. You want to get it done fast. You want to be productive. You want all these things. So you like a good challenge. You love a little healthy competition. And so I have a challenge for you. And I'm going to challenge you to create a wellness goal for yourself and achieve it within 21 days, starting September 4th. Okay, now did you just come at me with, well, my kids just got back to school and are in 5 sports and I have church group and choir started and I really can't add anything else to my plate? Or did you say, my kids are going back to school right then and this challenge starting is just all too much all at once and I have to help them with this and that and help them all do all the things for school? Or did you just say, that is just really bad timing. It is a really busy season. It is back to everything season. Whatever the reason, you just blurted out or had in your head the rebuttal that is there, that is the enemy because he tries to tell us we are too busy to take care of our own wellness. This is his game. This is what he loves to do with us moms. It's put us in this busy season where we put our wellness on the back burner. So we don't do that thing and we tell ourselves it's just a season. I'll get back to it when the kids are older. I'll get back to it someday. It's just for a short time, blah, blah, blah. I'm here to say the enemy is a liar. The Lord has holistic wellness for you right now. Every day you can find energy, time, peace, hope, joy, goodness, strength, grace in Him for any wellness area. Okay, do you believe that? Do you really believe what I just said? Okay, how about you put your belief into action? Put your beliefs into action. That's how you know that you really believe it. So if you really believe the Lord has holistic wellness for you right now, because He does, that is truth, then I challenge you to put your faith into action and to trust Him with your holistic wellness. I challenge you to trust that there is enough time for your wellness in the busy family calendar, okay? And one thing I promise you about this challenge is that it will bless your socks off. Because sis, you are worth it. You are worthy of blessing, and it is going to be a huge blessing, and you're worthy of this blessing in busy seasons. Yes, it is true. We do have seasons that are extra busy, that we have more activities going on, that we have more commitments. But if you don't put yourself as a priority in those busy seasons, you're not going to do it on the other seasons. It's just going to keep getting pushed off. You're always going to feel like it's not the right time. The whole reason I'm doing it right now, starting September 4th through September 25th, is because it is the back to everything season. It's because you will learn the most valuable lesson that you are worthy. You are worthy to care and love for yourself just as much as you care for those precious kids. Okay, so see, this challenge is designed after my own personal growth strategy when I was in postpartum anxiety with my third baby, had 2 toddlers, having anxiety attacks because I wanted to be perfect and the best at everything. I wanted to be the best mom. I wanted to be the best wife. I wanted to do all the activities, do all the commitments, have it all there, and have my plate full and do it all at the best I could. And that pressure meant that I had no time. I had no time for anything. I felt I can't do all of this right. I can't do all of this the best. I have no time. And instead of, saying, I'm just going to sit in this season of busyness and I'm going to let this overwhelm, I'm going to let these anxiety attacks continue, and I'm not going to pursue wellness now, I said, no, this is too much. This is all too much. And I'm going to take it to God, and I'm going to ask Him, where do I need to pursue my wellness? Because I'm not going to make this. I can't do this anymore. So you have no extra time right now. But did God say that? Did God tell you that there's no time for you right now? I don't think so. There is something that He wants you to pursue in your life, in your holistic wellness, that is going to have you on the path to wellness. And it's up to Him to decide how much time that is going to take. And you go to Him and you say, okay, what do I need to know about this? And how do I do it? And He's going to tell you. And so you decide with God how much time this is going to take. This challenge could only take you minutes to achieve the results that He has for you. Okay? And I've kept this challenge super affordable, so you can get coaching with me all month long for the price of just a few cups of coffee. Okay? So what do you say? Are you up for the challenge? In this challenge, you are going to find daily tasks that address your holistic wellness, a customized wellness tracker for consistent action, weekly training, daily prayer, community, accountability, so much goodness. Prizes, giveaways, oh yeah, all that too. So are you ready for 21 days of coaching with me to get results in your holistic wellness? Sign up right now. You can go to theshanwright.com/challenge. The challenge is only $37 to join. It kicks off September 4th. Go sign up now, because I do not know how many people I can put in this challenge, because I want it to be customized. I want it to be personal. I want you guys to have a close group where you can really work together. And so I'm not sure how many people that's going to be, but it's going to be super fun. Don't wait. Go sign up right now. Again, that's at theshanwright.com/challenge. So this challenge is going to really help you with what we learned today. It's going to help you put all of what we learned today into action. And you're going to see why in just a second. So I took these action steps in my own wellness last year. Okay. And so I'm going to tell you about that. It took me 12 years to decide that I needed to take this action step. And I don't want to take that long for you. I want you to decide now. But I had realized within my 12 years of marriage that I had extreme anxiety when it came to discussing finances. And my husband was really good at finances. He still is. So I just let him take care of all of it. He took care of the bills. He took care of the budget. He even knew how much money I made, and I didn't. I didn't even know what my paychecks were. I was like, as long as he knows how much, where it goes, that's fine. I don't need to know. I knew that every part of our finances brought me anxiety. And I knew it had nothing to do with our finances. It wasn't even that we were struggling. There's nothing that had to do with our personal finances. It was just finances in general. And I could realize that. There were things that I realized along the way, along the 12 years, and I just kept avoiding them. Pushing it down, avoiding it. I'm not going to think about this. This is just giving me too much anxiety. I can't. I had a few little anxiety attacks here and there, and I just, kept avoiding it. I'm not going to address this. This is just something that I struggle with. This is just something where I have anxiety, and that's how it's going to be. And it wasn't until I decided that this is something that the Lord is convicting me of that I need to work on. And so obviously it came through prayer. It came through a lot of hearing little whispers and nudges from the Lord. And I heard one big message that came loud and clear to me through a podcast. And it was someone saying, and this is when I'm in the thick of motherhood. So that is really important to me. And I heard this financial coach say, if you let your one spouse deal with all the finances, that's like letting one parent do all the parenting. And that hit me to my core. That really, that got me, because I said, wow, I would never want to do this parenting alone. I would not want to mother alone and not have a spouse here to help me with all the kids. Like, that would feel so lonely. I would be resentful. I would feel bitter. And I thought, wow, does he feel resentful that I'm letting him take care of all our finances? I never had thought of it that way. So there was, this nugget of wisdom that came from someone that I took to prayer and say, Lord, is this something I need to overcome? And it's given me a lot of anxiety. I don't want to go through this. I know it's going to be good change, but it's scary. And I am scared to do it. So I decided after that humbling talk with God that it was time for a change. And I needed to take this change and know that it was going to take a long time. It took me a long time to get here, basically my whole life. And I was going to have to understand it was going to take time and be okay with it taking that time. I also, talked to my husband. I let him know that I'm working on this and it's going to take a long time. So please be patient with me. And, I'm going to get there one day, but I cannot promise you how long it's going to take. And then I took action, and I did that with a group of people, a community where there was accountability, support, encouragement, coaching. And I took the baby steps and moved forward, and I found healing. So I'm going to walk you through each of those steps. You're aware there's something in your life that's giving you anxiety, and you're ready to change that thing. You're ready to go with God on the journey of healing and to pursue peace in that area. He has pointed it out time and time, and you're ready. So step number 1 is to decide. Decide, slow down. We are rushers. We rush everywhere. We do everything fast. I want you to slow down and decide. You will get the result that you're looking for because God has victory. He has you on this path. He is with you in this healing journey. He is the healer, but it's going to take time. And time is in his hands. So if he said, this is the time to do this, then you trust him with the process that it's going to take. Okay? Number 2 is accountability. And this is where I invite you again into the 21-day holistic challenge. If you feel better one-on-one, then you can still book me for a one-on-one coaching. But the challenge is a group setting for community, encouragement, a timeline of 21 days so that you see a result at the end of that. And it's very affordable. Like, really, it's like the price of a few Starbucks drinks. And that is just there to add to the commitment, because I have done this before with free $99 and the commitment level was a little bit lower. So I'm hoping to put a little bit of, a little bee in your bonnet so that you really get to the action because you are committed. And so I encourage you that you do these things in a group. It is so hard to do this change. It takes a lot of effort when you don't want to. It takes me to, I had this accountability group and I had to check in with them. And so I knew I had to do my work in between the check-ins so that when I talked to them, they asked me, what did you do? And I was able to give them some steps that I took, the action that I put behind my words, and I actually did it. So that's the accountability. The accountability, when you have that with a group and a coach, you are 95% going to be successful in whatever your goal. Okay, that 5% is you showing up. That's you. That's your commitment level. But that accountability, it is there and is proven to work. Okay, and Galatians 6:9-10. So let's not allow ourselves to get fatigued in doing good. At the right time, we will harvest a good crop if we don't give up or quit. Right now, therefore, every time we get the chance, let us work for the benefit of all, starting with the people closest to us in the community of faith. That is from the Message version, okay? Community of faith. These people in this challenge are all going after a wellness goal that all takes courage, it all takes time, it all takes commitment and consistency. And when you do it together in that community of faith, having that, you all have the faith that you're going to get there, that is so encouraging and it gets you to that end result. Okay, step number 3 is to take action. Take baby steps of action. James Clear from Atomic Habits has a quote about compounding that says, habits are the compound interest of self-improvement. And that quote means that small habits over time can grow into something significant if repeated consistently. You might not think that you are improving your daily habits when you're doing this, like each baby step, you might not think this is doing anything. But if you improve, he says, 1% over a year span, 1% every day, you will be 37 times better at the end of it. And alternatively, I would love to point out that not changing any of your habits and not taking action will result in a decline. Wellness does not come at default. We do not get to stay still, do nothing, and still be well. We will decline over time, okay? So be 1% better every day. Take that baby step of action. That's all it takes is one baby step, 1% in the right direction, and you will compound into that goal that you want to see, and you will get there. It's not going to be at the speed of light. I know that's what you want, but you will get there with that consistent small action. Number 4 is practice. I know. Perfectionism, no more. We're not going to be perfect the first time. We're not going to get this right away. You just keep practicing. You go at repetition. Repetition is the key. And when you are trusting God in the process and just taking the baby steps one after another, before you know it, you're going to reach that goal. James Clear also says you need to repeat your habit enough times for it to become automatic. Like brushing your teeth is automatic, right? So there is no set time or repetition for it to become automatic. We can't set a timeline on that. And now 21 days I put for the challenge is just the number that I had to choose. You will get results and you will see improvement, but I can't promise it's going to be in those 21 days. I just couldn't do the challenge for a year. But my hope is that you will see significant change and you will continue towards sustainable change. And even if that means you do need to work with me for a few months one-on-one, that I would love to do with you. So for my own personal experience, back to my financial wellness story, I wasn't even sure I was fully healed of my financial anxiety within the time frame that I was giving myself, until a situation arose. And that made me take serious action, face what I would typically avoid head on. And I knew then that I was healed. And that wasn't easy. It wasn't easy at all. I mean, there was major feelings involved, concerns, tears, decisions that really weighed on me. And it was a hard decision and a trial. But believe me, it was a test to see if I would trust God in the healing that I was on, in the healing journey that I was on, and that I would give him all my anxious thoughts about it. Remember, Philippians, it says, do not be anxious about anything, but in everything, trust God with your prayers and petitions with thanksgiving, and the peace of God that transcends all understanding will guard your heart and minds in Christ Jesus. And that's exactly what happened. I had peace that I was healed. Then a couple months later, we went over the budget for the first time in years, and I had crazy peace during that time. And I know it was God's peace that passes all understanding and not me, because my husband, not so much peace. And he hadn't been going through this journey, and he didn't typically have anxiety about finances. And so it was obvious to me that I was healed. As if ever there was a time I would be anxious over the budget, it was going to be this one. And it didn't happen. It didn't happen. And I was just thankful. I was thankful that God walked me through this healing journey. All right, so let's recap. What wellness area do you want to see change in? Where are you having anxiety because you are stuck and you just can't make progress? Where are you feeling conviction that thing, it needs to change? Pursuing holistic wellness is a constant, every day changing process until glory. Okay, so where is God wanting you to pursue peace in your holistic wellness? You're never going to be perfect, but where is He wanting you to pursue? And maybe it's financial wellness like me, or maybe it's spiritual wellness and you want to be more consistent with scripture reading or prayer, or maybe it's social wellness and you want to speak more boldly in crowds or in group settings, or maybe it's control and that's giving you so much anxiety over the calendar and you want to surrender that control and take consistent action and giving your time over to God. Maybe it's physical wellness and you have goals of losing weight once and for all, increasing maybe your activity consistently and creating habits of walking. Just like I was avoiding financial wellness and deciding that this will take time and I'm willing to see the change, I want you to think about, what are you avoiding in your life because of the anxiety that comes? I was avoiding my finances because I knew there was anxiety there. So that might give you a clue as to where you need to pursue. Where are you having anxiety? And so you just avoid it. Are you ready to face that on, to make a change, and to heal? So you're going to decide. You're going to pursue accountability, the 21-day challenge. You're going to take action, those baby steps, and you're going to repeat consistent action, repetition, practice. All right? Those are your steps to see sustainable change. Okay, so if you said yes, then it's time. It's time for you to take the 21-day challenge with us. This is called Back to the Basics 21-day holistic challenge, because we're getting back to the basics with baby steps of action consistently. Okay? And as we build out our patience and allow Him to produce the fruit of patience in our life, for this change to take place with these baby steps, let us thank God for the trials He has allowed in our lives that build our character and our faith and our patience and all the fruit in our life. Let us wait on His timing, trusting Him to hold us and mold us through it all into who He wants us to be. And Elizabeth Elliot has quoted this amazing quote: "The deepest spiritual lessons are not learned by His letting us have our way in the end, but by His making us wait, bearing with us in love and patience until we're able to honestly pray what He has taught His disciples to pray. Thy will be done." Okay, I want you to take courage, friend, in those baby steps He's leading you into, because the God of peace, He is with you. Shalom, shalom. Hey, Wellness Warrior, I pray that blessed you. And if so, it would bless me big if you would write a 5-star review and subscribe on Apple Podcasts. Not only would this make me super happy, but it will allow for others to find this show too. Also, I love to chat over on Instagram, so make sure to take a screenshot, share to your Instagram stories, and tag me at @TheShanWright so I can see it and we can keep chatting and bring other moms to chat with us. Until we get to chat again, mama friend, may the Lord's face shine upon you and give you peace.